Hi everyone, a warm welcome. Today I would like to talk about body positivity and self love. So, a lot of people out there believe that, body positivity means that you just give up on yourself, give up on your body. You just accept where you are and do nothing to add to the well being of yourself and your body. But self love really does not mean just that. Self love in respect to body positivity means that you accept yourself just the way you are right now. And from this moment onwards, you begin choosing to take inspired actions for the well being of your body. You begin to love yourself enough to care for your physical, mental, emotional well being. It does not mean doing nothing. It does not mean that I do not take care of my physical well being. I do nothing about it. I just accept myself as I am. Because if you just choose to accept yourself as you are and you still continue to not like the body you are living in and do nothing to nourish it with well-being, good feeling thoughts, good feeling actions, then you are not practicing the concept of self-love in its entirety. So I'll share an example, my personal experience with you. I gave birth to twin daughters in the year 2016, and even my pregnancy was quite a difficult one. It was a high risk pregnancy according to the doctors, and I was advised not to move at all. I was advised complete bed rest for the duration of 8 months that I was pregnant, and because of that I ended up putting on a lot of weight, and for 3 years, post three and a half years, even after the childbirth, I did nothing really to take care of my physical well-being. So the priority was the kids, breastfeeding the daughters, and being there for them in every possible way. I made many excuses not to do something for myself. I made so many excuses, and they were valid reasons. Please understand that they were valid reasons. But then I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with where I was. So I accepted myself where I was, but I wasn't very comfortable in the body that I was living in. And it was in 2020 that a desire for physical well-being was born. Even before that, I had some contrasts in terms of my physical well-being, where I had symptoms, physical symptoms, which caused problem in the back, and those symptoms were telling me that there was an emotional imbalance, that I was not taking care of myself the way I could do, and I was choosing to make everyone else a priority, and I refused to take care of myself and my well-being. And I was being so hard on myself, the perfectionist that I am. I wanted to do things perfectly, be a perfect mom, and the ideal thought that was behind this, ideal belief that was behind it, or the ideal that was behind it, was the fact that moms have to make the children the priority, and children are the only thing you live and breathe for. And I constantly struggled with wanting to take care of myself, having some time for myself, and being there for my children. For almost year and a half, I did not even, after childbirth, not counting the 8 months that I was at home, year and a half after birth, I barely stepped out of the house. And it was my mother-in-law who actually came to my rescue, or my guidance, whatever you want to call it. And she encouraged me to begin resuming my work, and most importantly, giving myself some time away from the children so that I could focus on myself. And this guidance comes in because I was having a desire to begin taking care of myself. It took me another 2 years to reach a point where I felt that it is time that I reclaim my physical well-being as well. There was a moment when I had to squat down to do something, and suddenly my body wasn't cooperating, and I had to struggle to get up. And that was kind of a wake-up call for me. And I realized that in that moment when I struggled to get up, I did not feel good. And I realized that is not the truth of who I am. And in that moment, a desire, an ask for physical well-being was born. And after that, the way that I was guided to the next step and the next step was powerful and wonderful. But the thing is that I was open to taking inspired actions. It did not mean that, because I love myself, I will let myself be and not nourish my body with what it really wants, not nourish my body with movements that feel good. So the moment I made that change, that transition in the ask, when I identified what my ask was, and slowly and steadily I was building up to taking care of myself, making myself a priority again. When the ask was born for the physical well-being, everything else that was a cooperative component in creating that ask in the physical reality, manifesting that ask in the physical reality, allowing that ask into the physical manifestation, started coming together. And in the last 1 year and a half, I released so much of excess weight that I had gathered on because I wasn't feeling safe. I wasn't feeling safe being a mom, and I had made myself responsible for everything that I had come with being a mom. So I was not ready to delegate. I was not ready to let others support me, and that was causing a lot of mental and emotional trauma. It had reactivated old mental and emotional trauma. So choosing to do something about it, choosing to ask for something better was the first step, and that led to the growth and the expansion into something more. But it was first the asking that mattered, and the second step was following the guidance that came through. Taking inspired action is what got me into a place of releasing the excess weight. This means that I came into vibrational alignment and took actions that felt good. And when I took those actions that felt good, my body started cooperating as well. And it started showing the evidence of the change that I had made in my mental emotional system, in my mental emotional alignment. So body positivity does not mean that we do not take care of our physical body. It does mean that we accept our body as it is right now, because we cannot hate our body as it is right now and feel good about it. So it is about accepting your body as it is right now and then showing up for it in the best possible way because you love yourself. So instead of saying, if I love myself, then I do not have to do this, change that. Change that perspective and ask yourself, I love myself, therefore, what can I do? I love myself, therefore, how can I take care of my body? Ask yourself that question and see what comes up. That answer will lead you into a breakthrough for your body, for your physical well-being. And not just that, when you apply this in any other areas of your life, you will learn to honor yourself, respect yourself, create boundaries that are needed for your emotional, mental well-being. You will learn to value and know how worthy and deserving you are. I hope this video helps you in some way. Have a wonderful day moving forward.